Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to a brand new series of Captain of Industry. We've got the update 3 that's dropped a couple of months ago now, and we've got things like train, space, and asteroids in here. I'm pretty keen on doing some mass-scale logistics with it. It's been over a year since I've played this game, and I have not delved into this new update at all. So we'll be exploring a few things together. But I'm pretty keen to start seeing some of this stuff. I've seen a couple of videos about people doing some of this stuff, and it's starting to look pretty cool. I liked Captain of Industry back when it was in earlier updates, but now it's starting to get really interesting. I can't wait to see what they get up to, in terms of release when we get to release. Anyway, we'll start a new game. I think what we'll do, we've played New Haven before, though we didn't into the end game, but Dragon Tail Isle is of interest because I think, given this kind of 14-kilometer section, it'll be pretty cool for us to kind of run trains up and down this area. Now, we do have some terrain that we need to deal with. So if we have a bit of a look here, our starting point here, we will just go with the easiest starting point, generally speaking. But our starting point here seems to have kind of everything we would generally need, plus a reasonable amount of area. I don't want the super, funky stuff. This one looks pretty cool, but I think the starting area is pretty small. So I don't want us to be bogged down with that too much. So let's get into it. We're going to go with standard game difficulty, everything kind of standard, Capitan difficulty. In terms of mechanics, we can now select mechanics, and we'll go for realism and realism plus, and ore sorting is on by default. It's a bit of a new thing. I kind of think I've played with it a little bit, but I'm not too sure. The one thing is maybe we want to allow quick repair just in case things are starting to get a little bit too difficult. We don't want us to grind to a halt, so I'll just maybe enable that one. In terms of customization, we'll go with get ourselves a bit of a name: Secluded Expanse, Transport Waters, Amber Meadow, Shimmering Bend. It's not a bend at all. Remote Forest, Abandoned Border, New Frontier, Emergent Grid. We'll go with Emergent Grid, and that is the game seed if you are interested. I don't think it makes too much difference because the maps are in fact the same. So I guess that's more like the world map stuff. Or maybe, I don't know if there's some small difficult changes with this. Affects randomization used in places like weather, world map layout, does not affect map change. So anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is our new home. We've got obviously all of the kind of tutorial-y stuff over here. I'll pop out of that straight away. And what we'll do first is we'll pause the game. And we have a bit of a look at our area here. So if we switch on the overlays, we can see we've got sand. Is it sand? Sand, no, limestone straight away. We've got some oil over here. This is iron. Iron is pretty close, which I like the idea. And copper isn't too bad either. Got a fairly large supply of water, but we do need to work our way through some trees. So we would want to trim out some trees here pretty quickly. We've got coal over here. So it's not too bad in terms of distance. Not the closest thing. And then we've got another oil supply over there. And then a bigger copper supply. And then there's lots of other stuff that we need to get to. So on the other side of this hill, we've got more iron and copper. We've got some islands that needs to be accessed. We've got some more large water supplies over here if we can make our way through here, which of course is going to be a bit of a challenge. But I guess initially we'll want to make our way up here so that we can access some more larger open spaces. So lots of room for factory building, which is what I like, plus lots of distance for us to cover with regards to rail. But we do have the challenge of quite a challenging terrain, or uranium all the way out here. So there's lots of things for us to start to look at as we go. But anyway, let's make a start. I'm not, I haven't played in a while, so there's going to be lots of little bits and pieces that I'm going to struggle with, I'm sure. So let's switch off the overlays as a starting point. It's giving us a few goals to deal with, and generally I remember these give you some good things. Start harvesting trees. We've got a tutorial ready to go. We want to be researching straight away, I am sure. We've got a bit of stuff ready to go in here, but we need to make sure we use them sparingly. I think first thing is first, we would like a little bit of food. And I think the idea with food is that we should just pop it in here, at least as a starting point. So I'm not sure if we're going to hold it this way, but or keep it in this spot. But I think that's a good spot. So we need to want to kind of manage our logistics fairly quickly. Now, let's get started on trimming out some trees. So forestry, we've got one a coal maker. Yeah, we want that definitely so that we can do some stuff. But what we'll do is we'll clear out a little bit of forest stuff over here, and a little bit of forest stuff over there, and a little bit of forest stuff over there. We don't want it to go too far too quickly because it takes a little bit of time to do all of that. Now, in terms of the coal maker, where will we do our initial setup? I guess coal is over here. Copper is too far away, so that it's basically iron and stuff. So maybe we'll start a little something over here. So let's drop ourselves a coal maker with a coal with a bit of a stack here. So let's do it maybe somewhere like this. I don't want it to be too far away from the action, but also we're going to clear this out and we'll move into this general direction. So maybe something like this right over here is about the center of the action. We'll do that. It needs a smokestack, of course, is what it's saying. So that is a waste piece. So we'll do that. And generally speaking, we could maybe tie some other stuff to it. So we don't necessarily want to tie it in directly, right? If we did this, right, we ultimately could tie in some stuff, some other stuff to it once we get to it. Okay, so that's coal maker smokestack, assign 2 trucks to the tree harvester, which we haven't quite done yet. So the tree harvester can get a couple of trucks to work its way out, build a furnace and connect it to a metal caster and smokestack. Okay, so we also need a furnace. So let's have a look at that. So a blast furnace and connect it to a metal caster and a smokestack. So again, this is kind of what I was thinking. So we'll go ahead and place it here. So that can be a starting point for us. And what we'll do is we'll tie that in there. Beautiful. And then we want a metal caster set up. Now let's just have a quick look. If we go here, it'll use all of this and it'll give us like 24 molten iron. And this needs basically 2 of them. Right, so if I have a bit of a look at that, yeah, so what we'll want to do is we'll want to provide ourselves with, okay, so we want to, we can flip it around, right? Ooh, this is transport. Yeah, okay, metal caster. Can we mirror it? I can't remember if there's any, oh, hang on, here we go. Rotate flip is F. Ah, that's the one. So I'm thinking here. Yeah, we'll try and keep it pretty tight. And I'm thinking we'll flip it again. And I'm thinking there, right? So we'll do something like that. And then this will tie in like so. And this one will tie in like that. And that gives us some stuff, right? So now we get some outputs over here and we can start filling it up. That gives us everything that we needed to do. Plus, of course, build the farm. So that gives us all the first items that we needed. But I think one thing that I want to add on top is we would want a basic research lab going somewhere. And I guess if we do it something like this, it's fairly out of the way. We want to maybe do some other stuff over there. So let's just get it nice and tight over here. We could even do 2 of them next to each other. Anyway, so we can get some research going as well. So let's make a start. Everybody should be rushing away and starting their work. Okay, we want to be clearing out a lot of this stuff. So let's have a quick look then at, once the research is done. Oh, there we go. We need power for the research. I kind of completely spazzed out on that one. So let's grab a little bit of a power. Hang on. So diesel generator, let's just say if we have a quick look at the overlay. So we could do, if we do our diesel generator, well, over here, it's not too far away, is it? It's a bit of a maneuver out through there. Let's just do this one. We can move it. It's not the end of the world. So let's rotate it, give ourselves a little bit of space here, and we'll pop that in, get the diesel generator up and running. Now, if we have a look at research, Let's just make a start on construction, right? Trading dock, definitely important. Maintenance and then vehicles. Let's just make a start on construction, maintenance, trading dock. We need all of these things. Oh, and we do need the containers. Let's do this one first, then that one, and then I guess maintenance is important, and then vehicles. Let's just do those as a starting point for our activities. That gives us a few bits of research to be done. Now, got a bit of a power deficit due to us not having any power. Now, conveyor belts. We can have a look at statistics. They can tie in. We need clearances, all these kind of things. Yeah, no, all good. All good. I know all of that. I'm sure I do. Can you please build my generator? Yes, you can. Okay, so now research will start happening straight away. I guess we'll have a bit of a surplus once that's in place and it gets its delivery. Food will start to happen naturally just with kind of rainwater, so we'll keep an eye on that. We, of course, have this abandoned communication station over here, which has lots and lots of material that can be removed, so that's pretty good. We've got a farm up and running. We've got some rain coming in, so soil moisture. I do like the new interface. So let's have a quick look at the interface. I'm going to pause it for a second. So we've got some goals and messages and stuff over here. If I switch on the messages, let's pin the message so we kind of have that going. So it just gives us an idea of some new stuff that we can have a look at. Anyway, messages over here, goals over here. We'll put alerts in place as well, and then we'll put some research in here as well. I guess just so that we keep an eye on everything that needs to happen. Now we've got a progress bar here for research. And what is this? Oh, the queue. Excellent. I like that. We've got Unity and the rate that we're getting Unity at. We've got a population growth statistic over here. We've got some status on power. I do love it. 61 months of food left. We've got, I think, reasonable health. I can't really tell. I can't remember whether health is supposed to be at 10 or not. It seems to be good at 10. Right, seems to be good at 10. There's nothing that's reducing it at the moment. We don't have current active diseases, but altogether things are looking pretty good. This is our population number and our housing capacity. I like it. This is the number of workers that is available. So we're still plenty of stuff that we can have people working on. We've got free housing over here. So that's the total, that's the free. And this is the number of vehicles, and it'll give us a little bit of a status on it. This is also telling us where the ship is at. Weather and all these kind of things, and this is obviously the stuff that we have up and running for our various things. So we can see that our food is declining, our coal is declining, wood and the likes is supposed to be coming in. All right, is it? Are we getting wood sorted out over here? So yes, it is basically popping out in this area. So we will have coal being produced here. And then straight away be delivered over there. So I guess that's kind of what's happening, and we'll start making some iron plates as well, right? This is iron plates, is it? What's it called? Iron. It's just called iron. Okay. So that's a bit of a view on what is happening, and our research is underway. This guy is doing its thing, collecting the wood, and we're going to try and clear out some of these areas so that we have a little bit more room to expand. Excellent. So iron production is up and running. We've done all of that, and that gives us a bit of a reward to help us go along a little bit quicker. Wait for the first harvest of 20 potatoes. That'll just kind of happen naturally. Construction part, research construction, which is underway. Build waste collection attached to the settlement. Designate a dumping zone for waste, and the research trading dock, which is also already in line. Now, dumping waste, we need to create dumps like this. Now, dumping will allow us to build up towards some things. So ideally, even though it's pretty far away, but ideally what we want to do is create a dump that'll actually get us up this hill. Probably not too close to the coal mine. So I'm guessing something like this. So if we said terraforming, we want a dumping designation. So we're going to start it off probably just flat like that. And then from here is we'll want to do flat. We do okay. So how do I? Beautiful. So if there we go. That's the one I'm after. We just wanted to rotate that guy. Okay, so we'll do it up to there, and then we'll we'll flatten it out. No. No. I want to flatten it out, and we want to go up a level and down a level. Why is it doing? Why is it doing that? I just want to do that. Right there we go. That's it. Clear those out. That's our. That'll be kind of our dumping zone, right? So we can at least get up there. I guess that's okay. So this is our dumping tool. Now, dumping waste. Let's have a quick look at dumping waste. I'm sure we can. So we need a waste collection, right? We need to build a waste collection, and dumping designation. Set dumping designation Z anywhere on the island. So we've done that, right? Your trucks will automatically pick up waste and collect it. Note that the amount of general waste your population produces depends on the amount of supply they get. Okay, that's fine. So I guess that gives us something around dumping. But I thought there was a little bit around dumping here. Yes, what can be dumped by trucks? So trucks can dump dirt, rock, slag, and waste. So I guess that's the kind of key to understand in this area. Now we've got some zones that we have. So we don't have anything active anywhere. Some statistics, which I'm not too sure about, but I'm sure we'll get to that a little bit later. But anyway, the idea is that we can dump waste, and we could also dump some other stuff that could be we could start mining some stuff and then dump some stuff there as well. So I guess that's the plan. So we've got a dumping designation in place. We do need a bit of a waste collection facility built over here. And did we want to do it straight here, or did we want to maybe do it a little bit further afield? I guess if we do it here, closer to this side, I think a lot of this stuff will generally speaking be rebuilt anyway. So let's just do that. We'll build the waste production or the waste facility right over there. Okay, now we've unpaused and everything should be running along smoothly. Yeah, here comes some trucks doing some stuff. And removal is happening over here, so that we should be creating iron from that. So yeah, we can see our first iron is coming in. We don't really have a supply of wood just yet, so we need the trading dock piece to be researched so that we can build some storage facilities so we can go further. I might speed things up just a tad. I would love to see. Okay, yeah. So we're currently struggling a little bit with the clearing out of trees here, right? If I have 3 designations, yeah. So we're struggling because we've got nowhere for the wood to go. So we need a few more research items to get us to a point where that actually makes sense. Now we've made some food. We'll get some more stuff from that piece. Trading, waste dumping. So we need to start dumping waste as well. And I guess that designated waste dump area should be in place. How do we toggle that on as an overlay? Okay, we need to build an assembly as well. Okay, so construction has been done. And now we can build an assembly. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I need to kind of have a look. So in the assembly, what does the assembly actually do? It takes, so we'll make construction parts, and we'll probably make the other tool things as well. What is this? Mechanical parts. It's going to be a while before we start making electronics, but I guess electronics will be required at some point. We do have some stock of these items, but I don't think we necessarily want to get crazy out of hands with electronics. Now, so what I thought I might do here is I might give ourselves a little bit of room. I'm not sure what the size of the of the other, what is it, the storage facilities are, but we'll assume we want some storage. We're not going to go straight in here. We're going to do storage first. I'm guessing it must be similar size, so we'll leave about that much room there, and then we'll maybe just do this straight over here. I think that should be okay. So let's do that. We'll build an assembly. Build the assembly, and we'll make that our next piece. We need to set some recipes. So I think initially we want to do some of this, and probably some of that. Right? Is that about right? I don't quite know. What can we pin? We want to pin some more stuff to this, right? Here we go. It's this stuff, electronics. So we still have some stock of electronics. We have construction materials in here. And what is the other thing that we're building? Mechanical components, right? Mechanical parts. So we do have some stocked items in place, right? So we'll do a little bit of that. I am kind of thinking we want to build, Anyway, with this thing in place, we'll start using a little bit more of the kind of general materials for like the wood, right? We'll start using wood a little bit more. I don't want to do too much of this stuff. We need the wood to be dropped off. Excellent. So now it'll start making more of the others there. We are dropping down in terms of these concrete slabs quite quickly. Now let's collect the reward. I didn't actually check what we collected there, but we collected some of this stuff, and I guess some other stuff too. That should be pretty good. Now, maintenance. Let's pause it for a second while we quickly have a look. We need to keep an eye on maintenance. Where is that? We'll look at stuff just generally, but I'm sure didn't we have a general maintenance rating somewhere? Maybe it's just that, right? So we have no maintenance going on. So if we were to have a look at any of our like earliest buildings, we should be able to see some maintenance impact, right? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Let's have a look over here. Go back to... Ooh, I lost the maintenance message now. Anyway, we've got another reward to be collected. Some more stuff. Excellent. So let's grab that as well. Okay, well, anyway, maintenance is one of the things that we'll need to get going on straight away, but it is being researched. So vehicles and mining, the trading dock, all of these kind of things. So let's clear that one out. We've already done that. We're missing the trading dock. Maintenance is done, so we need to start planning for maintenance. And trading dock and unit storages is also a thing. So before we get to unit storages, maybe let's get the trading dock in place. So I guess that'll be under shipping. No, this is something else. Where's the trading dock? Here it is, under buildings. I was wondering whether the trading dock is a building. Where will we place this? Some parts needs to be in the ocean. Is it those parts? Yeah. It's those parts. It's those parts that needs to be in the ocean. And why is it giving me all kinds of grief here? No, that seems to be a reasonable option. Alternatively, I was kind of wondering whether we can just do it, right here. Can we? Let's do that. Let's build the trading dock. And beyond the trading dock, we need to have a bit of a look at maintenance. So if we look at, storage units, I'll quickly see. Our storage units should be workable. We would want to do maybe something like that, for instance, right? Or just something like this, so we could potentially even use the other side as well. But we definitely want to do a couple of units, right? So as a starting point, I'm guessing... Oh, can I not? I can. Let's do that, all right? And we'll designate this as wood so that at least we're starting to do a little bit more work there. Okay, the next thing I wanted to have a quick look at is maintenance. So maintenance, this thing with the tabs, becoming an issue. Okay, so these two things goes together to make us a little bit of maintenance. Okay, so let's just try and squeeze maintenance. Where? Shall we just do it straight next to it? Let's just do that. Let's just do maintenance straight next to it. We're gonna have to kind of deal with that a little bit and just see how it goes. Now, what else do we need to? So we need to build a maintenance depot, and we need to produce some maintenance. So all of that is actively underway. So we will clear out these two research messages, and I think we've got nothing left in the chain. So what else would we be looking at? So here we can do some funky tools. We can do some basic concrete. Basic diesel and the beacon. Okay, so let's add the beacon to the queue. And then I'm not too sure which needs to go first. That we might leave for now, but maybe then basic concrete will give us some access to water, and then basic diesel is something that we're going to need fairly early on as well. So let's do basic concrete and basic diesel. I think that's the starting point for us there. Okay, keep going, speed it along quite niftily. This guy is producing us lots and lots of potatoes. Which is definitely keeping our people nice and fed. How much room do we still have for people? We still have plenty of housing available, so we'll leave that be for the time being. Some transports we don't have we still need to kind of get most of the transport stuff up and running now. Over here, we should have some products available for us. Now, can we start building vehicles, or when do we do that? Oh, vehicles and mining is something that we're busy doing right now. So we've got our first maintenance in place, so that helps. We're building a trading dock, so that will give us some action. We need to purchase concrete slabs for iron from a village on the world map. How do we go about doing... Oh, yeah. Let's just pop in here. We can't do it there. Can we do it... Not here, but I guess over here we can say, guys, what you'll give us, what exactly? Some concrete from iron, right? So we'll buy 20 concrete for 20 iron, I guess, and we'll spend a little bit of unity doing that. Okay, that was just kind of, I'm not sure that's a good deal for us, but it is, it's part of what we needed to do, and now we're collecting some more stuff yet again. We're researching the vehicles and mining. That's good. We're processing iron ore. Enable iron recipe that uses iron ore in the blast furnace. That's a new one. We need to research the beacon and build housing attached to existing settlement. Population and unity, pretty simple. It's looking pretty nice with the new update. It's not just the basic stuff. This is looking great. So keen to start seeing how we can actually do all of that, but close. But we're moving slowly. We are moving. Are we getting rid of some of these trees? We are very slowly. We do need some more vehicles, which we will get once we've sorted out this initial kind of research here. For now, things are going okay. Still need to do some repairs over here, which I think needs a bit of technology. But lots and lots of stuff in here as well. And we do need to, at some point, start mining. Oh, I think we've got... Do we have iron ore? No, we don't. Can't possibly have iron ore. So vehicles and mining is done. Okay, pause it for a second. Vehicle accessibility is a thing. But anyway, vehicles and mining. So what we need is... We need a vehicle depot. Right? And... generally build them. Well, let's build it over here because we don't necessarily have this stuff being mass produced anywhere. So I guess it's likeliest stuff will be just over here. So let's pop it in right there. We'll start building a vehicle depot, and then we'll start building some stuff like an excavator so that we can start to clear out some more stuff. This is actually being removed over time, so that's pretty good. This is being built. We are running short on mechanical components. Let's just have a quick look here. So should we add the... Ooh, I think we need an extra one to go into that recipe. And probably... Yeah, anyway, this one is for the time being struggling a little bit. We could... we could swap them around. So let's swap them around and start building a little bit more of this stuff so that we can keep our maintenance up. Yeah, this is the percentage that I was talking about. So let's keep our maintenance up by building a little bit more there. So now we've got this one built, so we can now, start building a small excavator, which will take up what? Vehicle parts, which we have, and some iron and some diesel, which we all have. But the iron is probably the biggest of the problem. So let's make a start on that one. It's also asking us for 2 extra pickups. So let's do that. They are fairly similar in cost. No, half the cost. Half the cost. So excavator, 2 pickups the same. And then we need to build a mine control tower near an iron ore deposit and start actually processing some stuff. So we'll do some of that, and we still need the blast furnace, and we still need some more stuff over here. Housing is one of those things that we would want to do at some point, but we need a beacon so we get more people more quickly. Now, mining control tower, and I'm thinking, let's give me the overlay. So we could, but yeah, if we start off from this side, we'll get pretty clean iron ore straight away. So I'm going to rotate it over there. We're going to pop it in place, and yeah, that's a pretty reasonable thing for us to do. Okay, so let's leave that be. We'll close off the overlays. We'll clear out some of these things, and we'll also clear out that guy. We need to make sure that we are sustaining ourselves reasonably well. Still have a few more things in the queue there. If we click here, can we trade with the village? Yeah, we have to click on the village to do that. Okay, things are moving. I'm going to try and keep these episodes not too long, maybe about 40 minutes per episode, just so that we don't have the too long. But yeah, obviously there's a lot that needs to happen, so those episodes could be pretty short. We won't necessarily achieve tons of stuff in those episodes. Now we've got the access to the beacon. So where shall we place it? Shall we just do that, or just to the back here? Or let's just give ourselves a little bit of room so vehicles could actually drive around. So get the beacon in there. The beacon will take, I think, Unity and some other, and power. Unity and power. So build the beacon for us, and the beacon will allow us more people to kind of move in. So that's one item. We can clear out the research on the beacon. We still have some basic concrete and the likes happening. Excellent. Build that. Oh, excellent. We've got almost all of our vehicles done. Expecting 14 refugees in less than 3 months. This is taking 80 kilowatts of power and 1 Unity. So now we can see we still have a surplus of Unity, but fairly minor. Now, the next thing I want to do is build the extra housing piece that it's asking me to do. And it needs 80... what is this called? This stuff is called... construction parts. 80 construction parts is required. Now, guess we want to just continue in this direction. That seems the most logical for the time being. Have a quick look at the tree harvesting. Yeah, pretty bare bones, to say the least. Okay, so doing a lot of different things here, but slowly moving our way, and we're waiting for refugees. We're building some more housing for those refugees. And we do want to start mining a little bit of iron. Okay, so now over here, we're going to go and say a mining designation. We're going to basically strip mine this area so that as a starting point, we'll have some iron starting to develop. So that's the piece there. At the same time, we'll have one of these guys and 2 of these guys in place, and they will need to start bringing in some storage. So loose storage over here. But we'll have to actually. This is now where we not only need that, but we also need the sorter. So if we let's just do it all in one long thing here for the time being, right? If we did, we'll move it a little bit over this way, I guess. Let's do that. Why do I have to click it twice and to make that work? Okay. And then from here, what is this doing? Add a product to sort. So we want to sort out iron ore. Can we, if I just go out of there, right? So where does that go? It's giving me iron ore out of belt A. Right? Is that correct? So if I said, give me, I still don't have this. Let's go back in here. Where can I find? We're doing this basic diesel and the like. So if I wanted to say, wow, conveyor belts is all the way down there. Copper refinement, synthetics. I don't need all of this straight away. Do I need diesel straight away? Yes, we do need diesel and some waste to go out at some point. And but we do need the ship dock repair. So let's just add to the queue and add to the queue. Oh, we need all of that to get to that. And then we can, the very first thing we can do is get conveyor belts. So that gets us to where we want to get to conveyor belts. Now, we need some storages. So let's just get a couple of storages in place, right? So copper, I want copper potentially on this side, right? Well, either way, it's not going to necessarily work. So if I did that and I grabbed another loose storage, that's a little bit too close. So what I think we need to do is, how do I, here we go. So get rid of these two. Give me the copper storage again, or the oil the sorter again. We'll move it back a little bit more. Say something like this, right? We'll plop it in there, and then we'll get the loose storages yet again. So we'll get one there. What do I need to do? Shift, do it again, right? So one there, one there. We don't want that. Yeah, so we want one here and one there. And now we can get everything out, and it's pretty tight anyway. Plus we want in this area to have iron. Really? What is the issue here? So if we say iron ore, right? Can we say iron ore in this one? And yes, okay, excellent. So let's do dirt, and we can do iron ore in multiple ones. Okay. Ooh, no. Oh, this is it. So clear that one out. So we're doing that, and let's do. I'm guessing we're gonna have rock as well. So let's do that. I guess that should give us the basics. What I'm gonna do for the time being is let's pause this. We'll pause that one. I guess we'll pause this one, and we'll just build that one. Okay. So let's do that. See what that looks like. And we're going to have some mining operations start straight away. We're waiting on one more pickup to be constructed. Excellent. Right. Mine iron ore and build an ore sorting plant, which is underway. We'll do some of that. And we're waiting for our first refugees, which should be here in 2 months' time. I guess that'll be one of the last things we end up doing in this episode. So I guess we're making some progress, but I would like us to clear some of these trees a little bit quicker. It just feels like it's a little tight. It's a little tight. We do have tons of food and everything available, so people are still kind of getting there. No big issues at the moment. Excellent. We've got some new refugees, so let's have a click over there. So they brought with them some copper, some rubber, some iron scrap, which of course we can use, and some diesel, which is great. And they have joined the team, and now I've got more people ready to work. Okay, guys, I think what we'll do is we'll leave that. We'll call that an episode. Oh, let's collect this reward as well. Some more food and some more, vehicle parts, which is great. So we can actually build more vehicles. Let's collect that reward. Excellent. And there's a few more things that we're busy doing. Oh, we've got that. We now do need to mine some iron ore. which I believe is what we're trying to do here if these guys get to that. So that'll happen in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Do leave your comments down below. Are you keen and excited to see us build up the infrastructure and a massive factory on this island? I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.